Hey guys, what's up? It's Zen. Thanks for watching this video. In today's video, we are going to have a look at how to develop Clue applications. More specifically, we are going to develop our first Clue application using the Clue platform. I've prepared a nice example. In the spirit of Easter, we are going to develop an application to manage the deliveries a company would like to make during Easter. So we are going to manage the different stock items, the gift packages that we want to deliver, and the people and addresses we want to deliver the items to. So at first, we are going to have a look at the database diagram that I have prepared. I am not going into detail on how to develop a database. So for Clue, you either have an existing database that you attach to your application, or you design a new application, a new database. It is also possible to work without a database schema, but I wanted to highlight how to, well, how to connect your existing database to Clue. So within our example, we are having addresses that we want to deliver gift packages to. We are managing deliveries that have a due date, a comment, and we also track whether the delivery has already been delivered and by whom it has been delivered. The deliveries are connected to gift packages, which are packages that have different items included. We also keep track of the different stock amounts of the items, as well as have some nice pictures to go along with. So this is our database diagram. Clue works nicely with identity columns with auto-incremented IDs. It is also possible to have unique IDs and other primary keys. But for this example, I'm sticking to our best practices. For some data, we also keep unique IDs. And Clue also has the possibility to have the creator names and the creation date filled in automatically. So when you create an item, this field is automatically populated with your own login username, and then it is already being tracked. So I've taken the liberty to already create an application, but we will do this one more time additionally from scratch. I have created an application. It's called Easter Corporation Management. And as you can see, I've already added notes to it. There's an administration section. We can manage the deliveries, gift packages, and the gift items. Within the administration, we have a settings node. This is not really necessary for now, so we may skip this. Then we have a set of persons that we are going to use as our deliverers. We have Alice Wanda and Bob Ross, and a set of addresses that we can deliver our items to. I have a John Doe and a Jane Doe. And additionally, as you can see here, we have gift packages. A gift package has a name, a date for which it is valid. So this one is for Easter 2023. And it has gift items included. For instance, the first package has an Easter bunny made of chocolate and one piece of it, as well as an Easter nest. As you can see, we can also display images right here. The second package has 10 colored eggs, as well as the other Easter nest. And within the deliveries section, we manage who we want to deliver what. So John Doe will get a delivery from Alice Wanda until April 9th, 12 o'clock, and it will include the first Easter package. The second will include the second Easter package, and so on. I've also added a nice utility function so that you don't have to edit the whole formula as a delivery driver. I've added a function, edit delivery status, and it will only allow you to update the delivery. For instance, we have delivered it on April 9th, 1 p.m. And we comment that we have delivered the package without a problem. It is stated here right now. So the package has been delivered. We can also use the filter, for instance, here, or search for John, and it will only show us the John Doe address, even though this is a complex object link. We can also filter for addresses, John Doe, for instance, or all deliveries that have been made by Alice, or all deliveries that are not delivered yet, as you can see now. Yeah, so these are some filtering possibilities. So let's get started. In a previous video, I have introduced the different services that Cluu provides and uses, but I haven't gone into how a Cluu application actually is structured. So within Cluu, we have an administration section and a data model section right here. Within the data model section, we can create application models, which are our applications, right? Now, an application, for instance, the Easter Corporation Management, as I have called it, is an application within the model. It consists of the different classes that are included, the business logic, UI components. The classes themselves have properties, relations to other classes, and so on. So what we're going to do now is create a new application model, and it will use this diagram right here. So we are going to have addresses, deliveries, delivery package assignments to packages, and so on. So first, we are going to create a new application model. We'll call it Easter Corporation Management 2. I've already created data adapter that connects to our application model. We can have a look at this adapter in a second. It is a Microsoft SQL Server adapter, and the only thing special about it is probably that it uses our specific schema name that I have added so that the whole thing is actually unique, right? Yeah, so let's use the same data adapter as the other application, or you know what, we can create a new data adapter. So let's call this one too. It is a SQL Server adapter. And now it needs a connection string. I will go to this tab and copy the connection string from the other adapter, which is this one right here. It connects to the localhost database server and uses the Easter Corporation Management database. Here in mapping info, you can specify a lot of different things. For instance, if the conventional namings are not used, then you can specify which class corresponds to what table. But I have kept to the conventional namings, so this should not be a problem. I only have to specify the schema name that is being used. So we are using the Easter Corporation Management Adapter 2 now, and we can save the application. We do not have a version or a manufacturer yet. You have to specify this within the Cluu application package, which we do not have. Now, inside model, we are going to create our data. So from I'm gonna open it real quick, the old application. We actually have a persons table, and this is usually from an application that is already within Cluu. So we have an organization and person management application, but I have not installed that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reuse the persons that are included within the runtime management. And I can do this using the Cluu Studio application. I can extract an interface class, and I want to extract the runtime person class. It will create a new class within my application, and I'm just gonna bind some of the properties that are in the original to our application. So interfaces let you specify loosely coupled classes within Cluu that you can bind on runtime using the mappings. And Cluu Studio allows you to create these interfaces really fast. So if at any point in time this person data should be taken from another application, I can simply switch out the runtime mapping instead of redeveloping the whole thing and recreating relations and so on. Not directly accessing foreign application models is considered best practice and will have some positive effects on deployments as well as testing and so on, right? So we are going to keep everything we can within our own application and keep all the dependencies to other applications loosely coupled. Now I create the interface extraction, and we can have a look at the data of this class actually if we reload the state of Cluu. We can do this within administration, admin tools, invalidate. Now we invalidate all. So yeah, as you can see, we have the person table, our own person table, but what it actually does is displaying data from another application. So this is a loose coupling of the different applications together. One more thing, so that we won't just see the ID of the person when looking at it, we can specify different things when creating an application or a class. And one such thing is a friendly name expression, where you can specify the different properties that your class has as the fields that should be displayed when you display a reference to an object of this class. And since a person typically consists of first name, last name, I want to display these two properties, which also exist here, right? So now when I reference this interface class, I'm gonna get a nice view of that. So let's have a look at what we are creating next. So I think it would be nice to create gift items as well as, well, let's first create all the classes that we have, and then we create the properties for these classes because we already know what classes we have. And we can use the multi-editor to create this. So instead of using extract interface class, we now want to create a normal class. And we are going to create gift items. So this is the singular caption. This is the plural caption right here. And the technical name should have the application model name as a prefix to the class. And one more thing, when you look at the table name, it says gift items, which is a plural, which is a default for us to use within the database. Cluu itself uses the singular name for the classes and can automatically map a singular class name to the correct plural name within the database. So if you keep to these conventions, you should not have a problem at all. So we have the class gift item. With save, we can save the object. With this plus symbol down here, we can save it, but we can create another. So since we want to create a couple of different classes, we use this function right here. So this will save. Then we have gift packages. Then we have addresses. Which again is a singular for the class name. Then we have deliveries. Which again is in singular for the technical name. Let's see. Now we have created all the main entities and classes that we wanted. Since a gift package can reference multiple gift items, we also need this to n relation class, right? And for this, we even specify how many items of this particular gift item are included within the package. So we are going to create a gift package item assignment class. Gift package item assignment. And save it. Additionally, we have delivery package assignments. And voila, we have created all the different classes that we want to display. Now, we cannot display these classes yet. We have not specified the properties, the key property, and so on. So what we need to do now is create all these properties. Maybe we create the addresses first. So we have an ID, unique ID, the addressant, the street, the number, postal code, city, country, and the creator name, as well as the creation date. We open the address class, and now we will find a properties relation type right here. We can create properties by going through the plus and through the create property form, which is quite huge. If you have the Cluu Studio installed, you can use the function create properties quickly. Now we want an ID property. We know that from here, ID. We want a unique ID. We know this from here. Then we also want creator name and creation date, which are these two right here. And now we have some properties that are not displayed as default, but down here you can specify additional properties. We want adjacent, it is required. We want the street, it is required, of course. We want the number, it is also required. We want the postal code, this is required as well. We want the city, again required, and we want the country. Now we can click on create, as you can see here, with unique index, it says, right? So it has a problem with the creator. As it seems, the name is Easter Corporation Manager 2 dot address. So I think the problem is that I've already connected the creator using the same name. It will create a relation in the background, and within Easter Corporation Management, I have already a class that is called address. This one is wrong, to be honest. And here I have already a relation called created addresses, which I need to delete if we want to use it within our new application model. This also holds true for all the other applications, so we will do this when the time is right. So let's go here again, create the default. As you can see, this worked. Now, one more thing, we have named it creator name. This right here says creator ID. So we have to change this. You can create this creator semantic property by yourself. The username can be specified within the default value expression. This expression is used when you create a new entity of this class, and then select as semantic creator, and it will automatically do this. One more thing, we can now sort all these properties, but I think these are in a nice order already. Right, we have the address and the street, the number, and so on. And down below we get the creator name and creation date. So this is fine. Now, to minimize problems, I'm just gonna delete all these relations with the creator. So we do not want this one, this one. These are all the old relations. We will delete all of these Easter Corporation Management, which is the old application that I've created. I'm gonna delete these. All right, now we should be able to display this address property already. Let's reload. Go to view data. And as you can see, it displays the data that I had already inserted into the database, because we are using an existing database. Just to check, within the addresses table, we have 2 rows with exactly these data. So everything that is going to be displayed here is what I have already inserted into the database. Now, I want to add the gift item properties. So let's have a look. In the gift item, we have a name, the stock amount, and also an image file, which is really nice. So let's have a look at this. We have a unique ID, global unique ID, a name. We will rename the caption to name later. We have a creator, and we have a file, right? As well as the stock amount, which is of type integer. And it is not required, but it has a default value of 0. So, save. We have to rename the creator again. If I had used a better name, so creator ID instead of creator name for the database, I wouldn't have to do this, but this also shows you that Cluu can work with both versions just as well. One more thing, I've named the database columns for the file with a prefix with image. So we will have to rename the file properties. One additional note is that a file or a binary table column is not enough for Cluu to store and display files. You have 4 properties that are going to be relevant for file properties. We have the binary data, we have the name of the file, the content type of the file, and the size of the file. The only thing displayed by Cluu is going to be the binary, so what you upload. All the other fields are populated within the background, but they are necessary to store all relevant data. So we will rename this to image file size, this one to image, this one to image file name. And again, I did a thing here where I used a different capitalization for file name. Then these up here are not necessary to be renamed. Maybe the file, so image. Let's call this one image. The others are not going to be displayed in the UI. And one more thing, when you create this from scratch and have a binary data field, Cluu already displays the fields that you need to specify, or the other properties that are being used for this file property. So you have to specify which property is used for the name, for size, for content type, and so on. We can save this. And one additional thing, this is called caption. We have called it name. So let's rename this, save it. And again, this should be displayable already. And it also should display the data that I've already created. Yeah, works nice. So one thing, the original application, when you look at it, when you look at the gift items, it shows an image right here, right? And what we see here is not an image. It is basically a download link. What's going on here? So not all files are images, of course, right? And the default that is being displayed is this download. In order to change this, we can go to the file content property and change how this file content is being displayed. Cluu has a component that we can set for the different view renderers, which is used to display images. Right here, where you can specify the height, the width and the height. And now we can copy the configuration. Just click on this text input right here. You will get a JSON configuration, and you can copy it to all the other renderers. Collapse and save. Now, when we display it again, let's just invalidate, go to details, click on the overflow menu and then view data, we will get the image, which is of different size, of course. We can increase the size and get the sorting done if we go to properties, select all, go to reorder, and then we will take the file content in front of the name, reload again, go to details, view data. And as you can see here, it's perfect. All right. Now we have the gift items. What's missing? The gift package, for instance, which we then combine with or connect with the gift items. So let's have a look at the gift package and what properties it has. We have a name, a date, and these default properties again. So we go to create properties quickly, select the ones we want. Then we have a name and a date. So let's select as a data type date, call it date. Let's check if it's required. It is not required, so we simply save, reorder. The date should come before the creator. The creator needs to be renamed. The caption needs to be renamed to names. Wow, and we have gift packages already. Nice. This was fast. So I have just connected this data table right here to Cluu. We can check this by reloading and then displaying the data. Seems to work. Nice. Easter package 1 and 2. As you can see here, it's a little bit different from what we have here, but we will achieve this result soon. One additional thing, we should specify how large the date field is because it's displayed too small. So let's go here, tell the system it's a medium-sized field, and when we reload and open it, never mind, let's go to administration again and connect the gift packages and the gift packages with the items using this assignment class right here. Cluu natively supports assignments. From this result right here, you can see this. If you go to gift item assignments, Cluu lets you select the fields into the table, right? You don't have to create using the plus symbol and select it, specify the amount. You can connect multiple data entries at the same time using the add and remove functions, and they are only available for relation classes. Let's have a look at this. At first, we are going to add the properties again. The gift package item assignments have a property ID and an amount, nothing else, as well as the foreign key properties. So let's specify the ID and a field amount. And this time, I'm not going to create the other two relation fields because when you want to create a relation and have Cluu Studio, you can create a foreign key property, which will create the relation automatically. And if you use default naming right here, it will create all the relation names just as you would expect them. So these are gift package assignments. Yeah, let's have a look at the relation afterward. So it has created a relation for us, as you can see here. Now we also need the gift items. And to be honest, we would already be ready to go, but we would not have this relation class capability. I mean, we can have a look at that. Let's reload again, validate, and open the gift package. When we open this, it says gift package item assignment, which is not optimal. It should say gift item assignments. And we see the assignments, but we do not see the two functions that I have shown you a couple of minutes ago. So in order to get these, we go to the assignment class again. Now we go to edit and tell Cluu that this is a relation class. In this, we can specify which relations are part of this relation class, and we select the gift package and gift item relation. And since we have additional data, we use link with relevant data. We click on save. When we reload, validate, and open the gift package one more time, you can see that we have now this Cluu functions with which we can add the colored or all the gift items to the gift package at once without having to create each item individually, each item assignment. All right, so there are still some differences on how this looks. For instance, when we have a look at the gift package in my original version, it says gift item assignments, which looks way better. And the gift item actually displays the image, which is also very nice. In order for this to work, we can specify the gift item file as the image file for this class. So we have an image file content property here, and we can specify it here. Cluu will automatically load this image instead of other class images. It's also possible to use static class images, but for the gift item class, the image changes for every item that we store, right? Okay, now one more thing, the gift items have an amount. These have an amount. So the order is not the same as in the other example. Let's drag the amount down below, reload, and have a look at the gift package one more time. Great, looks awesome. So as you can see here, we have the gift item right here. One additional thing is that this still says gift package item assignments. So let's fix that. The relations in Cluu can be named to your liking. So let's open this. This right here references a gift item. The reverse relation would be gift package items. Gift package item, package assignment, sorry. And the plural is assignment. And right here on the right side, it is item assignment and the plural. So by default, Cluu uses the class names that are used to connect the data. So at the end of the foreign key for display. Right here, we have not specified the name of the relation. If we do not do this, the class name is being used, and the class name simply is gift package item assignment, which is why this has been used. So let's go to invalidate, reload, and have a look at the gift package one more time. Also, I want to correct this. So as you can see, it says gift item assignments now. And we can also specify how many we want. So 2 chocolate bunnies in our package and one nest, for instance. One additional thing when you look at the gift packages in my previous example is that I display the different items that are included already in the table, right? Which is not being done right here. And we can do this by specifying a table view. We can do this in the UI section of a class within the views sub view. Then we create a view. Let's call it default table and selection view. Maybe also, so maybe it's the default view overall, right? It's the default view for details, the collection, and the selection. Then we have a register for view fields, a tab for view fields, and we can select view fields or create view fields right here. Selecting them is easier in this case. We select the name, the date, and we want to display the gift package assignments, or more specifically, the gift items. Now it depends what you want to show. Since the amount within the gift package for an item can be specified, we actually want to display the assignments, right? So let's see what we get here. Just as a disclaimer, it will not look like the thing that I have already created. So this is not exactly like this, right? And again, we can specify some nice things. So we basically show a reference to this gift package item assignment. And the reference to this class can be optimized when editing the friendly name expression as well as the individual icon field name. So the icon field comes from the gift item image file content. And we do not need these curly braces. Now, the name comes from the gift item and the amount. So we want to show the text of the gift item, the amount, and then how many pieces we have, right? And also the image style should be round. We have not specified how the gift item should look or what it should include. So we want the name to be displayed when looking at the gift item. We save this, reload, and have a look at it again. And voila, it works. So we have the Easter nest with 1 piece, we have the colored egg with 10 pieces, and so on. And when looking at the two, now they are exactly the same. All right. So before we go ahead and create deliveries and the delivery package assignment, which kind of is going to be the same as what we have done right now, maybe take this as a practice example to create the delivery yourself. When you look at this class right here, deliveries, you can see that it can be delivered to a specific address. You can specify the deliverer and so on. In the next video, we are going to have a look at how to create this class with a custom UI action that only edits some fields and so on. But for now, we are going to let this rest. We are also going to have a look at how to create all these navigation nodes and the application itself, add the images to the application nodes, and so on. But for now, this is it, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on YouTube. I wish you guys a happy Easter and see you next time. Goodbye.